I believe that we are live here.
Mm-hmm.
To confirm. Yeah, it looks like we are. So I'm Woody. Welcome to Killer Queen Flight School, and we are here with a very exciting first time we've done any of this in a while. But Sky requested a tournament review, so that's what we're here doing. Go ahead and say hi, Sky.
Hello. I'm excited for this VOD review and thank you very much for it.
Yeah, of course, happy to. All right, well, let's take a look here. So you were queening this tournament. Um, And I didn't get a chance to look at this tournament. Where did you end up placing? Like, how did this all go?
So we did a seeding into it. We were the second seed coming out of the seeding. So we got like a bye basically, and then we placed second overall, but it was a best of five in that second overall.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, good work.
So this is the, I guess, like third place game, and then the next one will be the grand finals.
Gotcha. And it was a double. So this is
It's a
losers
single limb.
finals, and then we're going to grands.
It's a single limb, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's a
It's
single.
kind.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little funny, but yeah.
I get you. I get you. Oh yeah, it's a
Mhm.
single limb right at the top there. Okay, well let's
Mhm.
go ahead and dive in and see what we got.
Mhm. I'm on blue.
Yeah, you were blue queen. So the game's starting off here. And what's your team going for? Two quick vanillas and a speed.
We're doing
And an early
snail.
snail. Cool. Okay, this is all going well so far. It's unfortunate. But I feel like strategically sound.
Mhm.
Mm. Oh, it stinks that the queen slides out there. Yeah, your movement and positioning is good here.
Mhm.
I would have gone. So I think here, like right in this instance, you're trying to assist moving snail, right?
Yeah.
So you go to pincer stripes, right? But
Mhm.
then abs comes down and denies your snail. So one of the things when you're trying to move snail is you're not really playing the game um like warrior centrically, you're playing it zone centrically. So like can you see my
Mhm.
cursor?
Yes.
So when snail is here and they have this pressure, you need to control this zone. Like this is the area
Okay.
that you need to control to get snail from here to here. Because once it gets
Mhm.
to the nub, that's when you have to control like both sides of this. So like this
Mhm.
movement that you make here would be really fantastic if snail is here. But because it's over here, what you want is you could have done one of two things. Um, Either you could have dove down like you're doing, and then instead of going left, held right here at the top of the map.
Mhm.
Um, and
Yeah.
then that way abs can push in and hold this spot. And then do you see how that configuration moves snail to here?
Yeah, because if Golden Abs tries to come through and clear, I have maybe a chance to dive on them or prevent them from doing that.
Exactly. Or the other one is that because you were already a little too far back, because you're already like right here, like when you were rising up, you could have come straight up. I know there's a speed warrior
Mhm.
there. It was all tight timing, but you could have gone straight up. You could still do that here, and you could take the low position. But this is
Mhm.
you're doing sound tactics for a position the snail is not currently in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it needs to be on the nub, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You do have really good gate control here, though. I'd love to see that. Okay, that's good stuff there. Very unfortunate. If I was your team, I'd be pivoting to berries right about now,
Mhm.
but that's less queen review and more strat review.
Yeah, like a team focus kind of thing.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like this. I was just thinking a little bit that I wanted to see you putting a little more support on ledge here. Like right here,
Mhm.
that queen's going to try to get that berry in, and you don't have enough resources to move snail. So like even
Yeah,
like
right
when you
now.
come over here, then you both leave, but then you come over here and then it's like, oh, there's great things going on. There's stuff to work with here. Because
Yeah, exactly.
when you're the snail team, in my opinion, defense is a very, very high priority. Um, because they can pull your objective back, but you can't pull their objective back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. So if you're just letting them in for free, it's
yeah. So like this
a bit
situation,
awkward.
I mean, like now, I mean, there was some unfortunate ledging, but like
Mm-hmm.
once they're 4 berries out, this is like a really scary time for your snail to have not moved past the nub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
it's
need
not
to have,
far enough. We haven't won the race enough.
yeah. But I think there's two approaches to snail, right? It's like the idea of winning the race, and then there's like, oh well, we move snail when we have control of the game state. Like
Mm-hmm.
we get free snail miles because we have control of the board, and like that is facilitated. Because like here now, like there's no way you're gonna win on snail.
Right. It has to be like desperation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, I'm like, get your one drone up speed, and yeah, this is wild that no one's on ledge. Yeah, so yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
is more of a team thing, but like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no, you have one low berry, you can't be spending, you can't have 3 warrior resources on the left. You have 4 out of 5
Yeah.
teammates on the left side of the map. There's not much to say here. I think you should, you're one of those resources, right? Like the queen play to me is like,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be assisting ledge. Um,
Okay.
to
I was
me,
thinking
yeah.
because my idea is that it would be me and a warrior go and help because I can like match the queen a little bit better, and then the two warriors ledge. But do you not think that's a
I mean, they're gonna get that berry in.
difficult? Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
do
you
you
know.
like? Do you really think your 2 warriors are gonna effectively ledge against 4 runners for the next 50 seconds?
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too hopeful.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Whereas like, and that's why I mean that's it's more of a team thing, like I said. But like, if
Mhm.
around like this point here, when your team was down, you were disadvantaged in warrior counts,
Mhm.
right? If at
Yeah.
this point your team had started transitioning to a berry, what you do is you isolate your opponents. Like their warriors will be slightly slower. Like by nature, they have to respond to what you do, so they'll be slightly slower to leave the
Mhm.
snail space if you start running berries than when you start running berries. So you can get
Right.
guaranteed one route or potentially 2 runs. And
Mhm.
like if you get one warrior up here, like the speed drone that's forming, and then the other two either get speed upgrades or run berries, and you successfully stop one of these berries, you're like suddenly you're only like 3 or 4 berries back.
Mhm. And then we start.
Yeah, like imagine
Yeah.
if right now instead of you two fighting over snail, you were assisting your ledge,
Mhm.
and you had 3
And
berries in.
then
So like
yeah, we have three
no,
berries, and none of
yeah,
them are going in the ledge. Yeah.
yeah, that's the approach that I think Twilight demands. I think Twilight has kind of broken a lot of our brains because like these like split and these split tactics are like untrained muscles for a lot of people, and they're situational
Mhm.
on some maps. Like day map, it's like almost entirely unnecessary to do it because the map is
Mhm.
so like snail leaning. But mostly it's so military leaning,
Yeah.
and also the other maps are like more solved when it comes to how good people are at killing queens, and how good they are at ledging. Like berries get denied for longer periods of time. So I think Twilight
Mhm.
is kind of revealing that like teams need to be a lot more flexible and need to be involving all of the objectives, um, while also endeavoring to keep military advantage.
Right. Because military is very key.
Yeah, because even here, like this is a good example of like if we look at this point where your ledge goes down, like one warrior goes down, your snail moves like half an inch, they get 2 berries in, they get 3 berries in because you're responding. Like Skulls has to fly all like your ledge goes down, Skulls has to fly all the way across the map to go assist. But it's like no
Mhm.
one was there when the clear was coming, right? Like
Right.
the clear is coming. There's their team's 4 berries out. They're gonna send their speed warrior to go kill your ledge guard, and then now
Right.
it's a total scramble. So that would be my one piece of advice is I would try to prioritize defense more, especially when you're the snail team, especially when it gets stalled. Like to me, anytime snail gets stalled for a prolonged period of time, you really have to ask, like, can we afford the resources to move it past this point? And if we
Hmm.
can't, then we need to do something else.
Right. Yeah,
And
because otherwise it's just gonna we're
mhm,
just gonna like bleed out basically and
yeah,
lose.
and you do like super fortunately, like you wipe their team. Like this should be winning, right? Like it's tight, it's hard, but
Hmm.
like this situation where they're one berry out and wiped, and they have no speed drones, should be winning for you
Hmm.
because
It's a
your
very good call.
warriors should be able to persist for a very long period of time.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. Yeah, we play another meet that we win, so maybe some of the stuff in that one will be
Nice,
flipped.
that'll be helpful. Yeah, because trends are the most important thing, anyways. But your pathing was really
Hmm.
good. That was a big takeaway I had. Is I was like, oh, there's no real critiques on like how you're headed to where you're headed, and only a couple
Hmm.
critiques on where you were headed.
Hmm. That's good.
Okay, good kill. Nice, good patience. Sorry, I wanted to go back a second. Just take a look at.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot just happened. It was like, what all? Okay, it's big day map smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pathing. You successfully that speed drone easily could have gotten up there.
Hmm.
This is good. Nice. This is very good. Oh, nice. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, not much to say. Your movements are good. Your decision making's good. You get early advantageous positioning, and then you just kind of leveraged it.
Hmm.
Good. You ran lockout accurately. I think a lot of queens right here tag left speed, and I was happy that you didn't.
Yeah, I only really find to tag the speed as if like we definitely aren't going to prevent the form on the left, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, we could definitely prevent this form.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think more like there's like conversations to be had about like when can you sneak up? Like, can you find the window here? But for the most part, I think leaning towards don't tag that speed gate makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's see what sort of
Yeah.
adjustments y'all make. I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, I'm just looking at this trying to figure out what has happened. I I feel like with this snail open, I don't like this high path. What are you
Hmm.
thinking with this above, like instead of being where the particle spritzer is?
Yeah, so the idea here is I don't want him to kill my speed on this left gate. Or not the speed, the sorry, the safe on the safe gate.
Mm,
Because it's very easy, you can go over and do that.
yeah.
And if I catch him going high, I think it's more likely it's better if he was to dive down, tag the center, because then he's low if that center gate, and I have more
Mm-hmm.
counterplay. Whereas if I just went and like was low above the center one,
Mm-hmm.
um, then he would have counterplay over me if I was trying to prevent the safe form.
Okay, I see that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I just tend to think to me opening snail on Twilight like it reminds me of Night Map, where like the queen can have a tremendous amount of impact on how far the snail moves at open. And so like
Yeah.
whenever I do it, I'm like, I myself want to move this snail like to this berry pile. Like that's my goal.
Hmm.
Is like I
Yeah.
myself am gonna get it that far. And then I want it, if the queen's gonna try to stop it, I want this warrior like to be up because I've slowed the queen's attack long enough that then we're pincering. That's usually the ethos I approach to it. Where it's like, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna get as much snail movement so early in the game before any warriors are up to deny it that like we're already kind of transforming the game.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I would agree. I'm just thinking if you can go high a little bit to prevent them from possibly even crossing over, and then I think if the yeah, because it's hard
Yeah.
because the snail guard isn't guaranteed to not die, or the snail rider. Because I think it's
Well,
more
but
yeah,
they can't deny your side gate and kill the snail rider, right?
right, yeah. Hmm.
So like almost a little bit, I'm kind of okay. Like if I am moving snail here, I'm kind of okay with them going over to left gate.
Hmm.
I know it like different teams and different coordinations and different priorities, but like to me, I would like be preparing my side gate warrior like, hey, like that's not actually going to be a safe gate,
Right.
and then almost like baiting the queen to do it because like if she does go do that, like what we're getting snail to this little ledge for free.
Hmm. Hmm. And then your warrior, the warrior that gets a mid has to kind of ledge already.
Yeah,
And then you got to really just make sure your speed gets out.
yeah, but they'll get up for free out of middle if you have that control.
True, because their queen's gonna tag left, then probably tag left speed
Probably, yeah.
is more.
You can even
So you
bait
can
her
probably
into doing
yeah.
that because your gate warrior that gets pushed out, like very frequently, they could look for left speed. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's also I feel
Yeah.
like as a drone, it's pretty easy at left gate here to like run under or jump over the enemy queen when she comes over too and survive, and then get up middle gate.
Hmm.
That's what we did at 40 Allies. Our side gate, if that disrupt happened, we would find them getting up on top of our other warrior, and we'd get two warriors out of middle
Okay.
gate.
Hmm. Yeah, we haven't explored it as much. Uh, so I think that would make sense. Yeah, you just have to prepare for it.
I liked your position. I thought this was fine. I think you stay here. I don't think you move.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Cool. Yeah, because I think you're securing the snail movement. I think that's like a really dangerous position for her to go down. And you don't even win the gate by moving first, right? I mean, you create a little
Yeah.
chaos and Daphne picks up kill. They're fucking rad.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is all good. No one being on ledge is not good though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're way. No, we're not like
You have one.
that.
They yeah. So you have a ledge guard here. It dies.
I
Your
think
other
I'm rotating
warrior
too much.
just leaves. I mean, they get forced out, but like they had opportunity. They're getting a good kill. Yeah, I would be anxious as a warrior watching them get to 5 berries out. But this is a good configuration. This is kind of exactly what you want to look for. I would have tagged middle here. Once
Hmm.
queen's there, she can't stop snail. She's on
Right.
last life, like
Exactly.
she's not going under your speed warrior, so she's actually like in a fake position.
Hmm.
You'd almost want her to try to go for that and then just die for fun. Oh, this is great. Oh yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, I just sat here because I was like, wait, the queen, the no's important, but it's not important now because we're
Yep,
past it.
exactly. It's like, oh, cool. You want to
Mm.
stay there? Yeah, this is good. I think you could be. Now you can't. Oh, now you can. I would have been over a little to the left. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, and
Mm.
then right here, just go into the tunnel.
Okay. Yeah.
Once there's like different trigger points you want to look for, but like right here, this whole thing is like keep them out, keep them out. Right here, I'd probably look to rise up. Or no, it's
Hmm.
already in. So yeah, Once it's in that tunnel, you just go in the tunnel, and then the game's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, and starts to rotate, you just go to the left.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
just like
the day tunnel.
exactly. Yeah, a little more
Mhm.
counterplay, but yeah. Or maybe a little less. I don't know. Might be less counterplay.
Just take the position. That's good.
Well, the thing about I guess you can do this on day 2, but it feels more destructive. But like on that Twilight Tunnel, I closed out a game one time. I think it was at Coronation, where Ryan Piaget just also got in the tunnel with me, and then he was watching
Mhm.
the other side of the tunnel, and so like their drones couldn't even get in behind me,
Oh yeah, at a bump. That's
and
what
it
I was
was
thinking. I was like, I think I thought about that one time. I was like, the other person could just go in, and then the drones can't really.
yeah, and then it was
Yeah.
like literally like there was no counterplay. Like they had, it was just like, oh, we're both in here, so the game is over.
Yeah.
Because like their queen's not gonna juke me out. Like she doesn't move faster than the other queen.
Yeah. All right. This one lasts a minute, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So there's
Oh,
probably
cool.
more in
Let's
this
have
game.
fun. Ooh, ooh. Would have been a little bit shorter had you picked up that kill. That was a close one.
hmm
Nice, good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we like that we're controlling the left side of the map. Mm. You run away from abs here. Is that what you do? Right here.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
little. I get it. I think it's a little over respect, but I get it.
I think over respect is definitely something that's going to come up a lot. Because I'm used to just getting fucking stinched and bullshitted with,
Yeah.
Someone and be killing them. So
Yeah,
might
totally.
play a little scary sometimes.
Yeah, it's always tough because like you want to play like you're playing against the best and they're playing their best all the time, but like
hmm
that will never be true, you know? Like even if you play
Yeah.
the 5 greatest players that have ever played, like they're going to make silly little flubs. Um so like that like yeah, that's like also a muscle to learn is like how much to respect your opponents in a given situation. Not talking about like in general or like a talent, but like how much nice. This is I liked this a lot.
hmm
But just like, oh, like that person doesn't have it right now.
Right. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because even like staying for like another second or like one more bump or another blip or whatever, like that also steals time from your opponent. Like if they're lining up a pincer, like if you leave quickly, they're like, oh, that was like a really cheap thing for me to do time wise. It was very inexpensive for me to move this queen. I'm gonna do
hmm
that more frequently.
Yeah, it's like an efficiency thing a little
Yeah.
bit.
So it's like you kind of you want to make sure your opponents are giving you as much time as possible without dying, of
hmm
course. Oh, I thought you were gonna stick this. I was like, ooh, Speed Warrior kill.
No, I missed it. Yeah.
That's tough. One thing, do you a way that I hit sticks a lot? Yeah, because you're pure rising. One thing I do to hit sticks a lot. Do you tap fast?
I tap pretty slowly.
Tap slow. I tap slow too.
hmm
One thing I do is I'll be like I would be diving here a lot of times,
hmm
and it's like a micro drip basically, so that you could be at like max tap rate and let it go like right there, and you like slingshot up. We'll have to do that on a
Okay.
cap sometime.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what you mean,
Yeah,
but I
basically, if you are, you can like make yourself look like you're not rising as fast as you can
mhm.
because you're diving, and so people will think that you're rising slower, and then if you let go of the stick, you instantly go to like max vertical velocity,
Mhm.
and it helps with
Yeah.
a bunch of things. It helps with some surprise kills, but it also helps with like auto hitting sticks in certain situations because you just have to
Okay.
know like exactly where to let go, and there's a huge wiggle room. Ooh, narrow escape. There's a huge
Mhm.
wiggle room on where you let go, but I find that it makes it
Okay.
really easy to hit sticks with a queen.
That'll be good. Yeah, because most of the time I'm soft sticking, like most of my
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a big hard stick moment to me.
Mhm.
It's like exciting little speed warrior kill. But I know a lot of I think I stick way more than most queens, so maybe it's not good general advice.
I used to stick a lot, and now I do mostly saw sticks. I think
Yeah.
kind of switch shifted.
There has been much to say so far. You got some good kills earlier, so that's why you got Snail far, and then now you're running out of or then you lost some warriors. Now
Hmm.
they're moving Snail. It's mostly like Snail is a byproduct of these warrior fights, which are fun to watch.
Hmm.
Mhm. Okay, this will be exciting. You're wiped. Let's see what happens. Nice. Oh yeah, there you go. I was like, let's leave.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're out cycling. That's good. Okay, you got 2 warriors up. That's good. 2 warriors up, and you have both speed gates. One of your warriors is speed. I feel like they need to be staying over by Snail a little more. Okay, your opponents are down to 1. That's good. Ooh, yeah, gotta watch this column. This is the main thing you can't let happen is this queen just go right under you.
Yeah, I think I was watching abs at that moment,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and I was afraid to maybe dive and to take the column like that.
Yeah. You don't have to move. So holding the column isn't about maintaining her over there. Like what I would have looked for is I lost it. Where did we go? I feel like I went way too far back.
Hmm.
Oh no. Oh no. Do you remember where it was? This game's so long. Uh, okay, let's go until Snail. Snail was further here. Oh yeah, I went way too far back.
Well, it's about to end.
Oh my god, I lost it. I lost it so bad.
Oh no. There's the
Oh,
white.
here,
Okay,
yeah.
there's the
This
white.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
this is close to it. Yeah, because
yeah.
this
This
is
is
when
the
you first
white.
get
You
people
get two
up.
people up. Hmm.
And how do you flip sides of the map? Oh yeah, and then they all die. Yeah, yeah,
Here we go. Here
yeah.
we go. Here we
So
go. Yeah,
here,
yeah,
you don't have to dive. You just have to
yeah.
hold leftwards. Like if
Yeah,
you're
no.
here, you're still holding the column.
Yeah, I normally do that. I don't know what happened
Eh,
then in that
happens.
situation.
But yeah,
Yeah.
because she's crossing under you, I would just go here. And then like if she
Hmm.
tries to go like this, you have to play that game. So you
Yeah,
can
you
just
get to.
trace her that whole way.
Yeah, there's
And then if
definitely a moment in the
yeah.
finals that I do that. And that's
Nice.
normally what I think I do is what, you hold it there, then if they try to go in, you kind of go in and you keep them low and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's nice to find moments in our play where like what we did was contrary to what we feel like are our best practices. I feel like that could be useful to
Hmm.
being like, okay, I need to keep a finer eye on that. Make sure I'm doing it all the time. But if you've already got the concept, it's not worth belaboring.
Hmm.
All right, this is good. You gotta work on your dive punishes.
Yeah,
You're at
people can
last
go
life
under
there, so
me.
it's not super worth. But I feel like you've missed a few.
Yeah, that might come from the being scared and making sure a kill is a kill kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, here your last life, there's not much you want to be doing.
Hmm.
I liked this. It's unfortunate that your warrior goes down here. But I liked when instead of tagging middle, you like isolated the speed warrior. I think people seldom look for that sort of stuff.
I wanted to make sure I got my person speed. Because
Yeah,
we had
this is
one, we could do it. Now we're wiped.
yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. Yeah, because you have two here.
Hmm.
You have gates.
Yeah, I'm definitely calling for speed here.
One goes down on snail. Oh, they both go down on snail. Yeah, yeah. It's
Hmm.
unfortunate. People dying during recovery is always a rough time. Trying to hold both at the same time of like
I
building
think
up
you,
additional
I
resources.
think you fast forwarded when we weren't. I don't think we've seen this yet.
I mean, we
We
just
just got to the start of the wipe.
oh, it's
He,
wiped
yeah,
forever.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, right here. There we go.
yeah, because we've seen this drone die. Low. Okay, you're out. Good. Okay, quick
Mhm.
form left. Nice. Quick
Yeah,
pop.
I feel like I could have maybe killed Stripes there.
Yeah, I think so, but not guaranteeable. Fortunate kill. Cool. All right, you've got three up for the first time in a minute.
We back.
Yeah, back down. Yeah, there weren't many safe pathways out. Makes sense. But you've been on Last Life for a very long time, which is great.
We vibing.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Moose.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good example of how, like, just staying alive is so valuable as a queen. Like, you were alive on last even when they had multiple warriors for so long. And then, like,
Hmm.
that gives one of your players the opportunity to capitalize. Either they get a mark of, like, a brilliant moment, or uh, your opponent makes a mistake, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm definitely focusing on staying alive, facilitate, make sure that everybody's up, make sure we're doing good stuff, and all that kind of stuff.
Let me take a look at your message and see what the next.
There's a very short break, but if you just fast forward, it'll
Oh,
be
it's
the
just
next one.
you're right. Oh yeah, because you said it was third place,
Yeah,
first place.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Do, 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 do,
We do like very short water, and then we start the other like 20-30 minute set.
do.
There you go. And these were all very like close games.
Yeah, these have all been really good games.
Mhm.
Not much meaningful to say so far. Just some unfortunate deaths for your team. That was a really good reaction kill. Yeah, these are good kills. Yeah, leaving. I like leaving. One thing I would do here, it works out for you because Stripes dies. But one thing I would look for, a recommendation I always have to queens when they're in recovery is to tag speed gates. And it's not really about tagging speed gates, it's about diversifying options. So like if you see here when you tag this gate, they're like on top of it, right?
Right.
So like if this was the timing against like and they play this like exceptionally well, like you're never getting someone up here. Like the queen had the space to J dive in, you know, like assuming best execution. Like
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, because they can rotate and you're like really struggling.
like
Yeah.
if we assume best execution, like the queen could be bumping you right now. She rose
Hmm.
a little high, but she could have lazy Jade in, bumped you, and then you'd have had no chance to tag this gate. And then you would have gone back through the wrap and done the exact same thing. Obviously, this goes fortunate for you, but what I would do here actually is I would tag right speed gate. And the reason
Okay.
why
Yeah.
is because one, they're utilizing the speed gates. They're trying to get 2 speed drones up, so you deny them that. So that's important. Well, I'll come back to the speed gates. That's actually not the point. The point is you want to get high and you want to do what I call diversifying your options. You want to get high and you want to be here because when you're here in this like long vertical dive lane,
Hmm.
um, they don't know whether or not you're going to dive to side gate and tag, or if you're going to dive like say if they went all the way over there, like you could dive down into middle. Even if the
Hmm.
queen is stationed here, you can dive and then hit this J and go this way. And this queen does
Hmm.
not know what you're gonna do. Like she would
Yeah.
theoretically post up here, and they don't know what they're gonna do. So what I would do if I was running lockout, if I was gold team and you were at this position, is I would put queen here, warrior here,
Hmm.
and think about like let's go forward a little bit. Think about in this situation, they're both right on top of you, right? Like this
Right.
kind of sucks. They're both right on top of you. But imagine you're right next to the queen and her warrior's really far away from you. So like by making this decision to go up and diversify your options, you've spread their military. And
Hmm.
that's how queens recover successfully is you diversify your pathways. That makes them spread their military, which allows you to like choose which way you go to best almost like play isolation, to use like a sports term or a term from other competitive games, like to play in isolation
Hmm.
where you're now playing against like one opponent for a second. um
Yeah.
and typically what I like to do is I'll dive and I'll go for this side gate and I'll fight this one warrior for like 2 seconds, um and then the queen shows up, you know, and like maybe I won, maybe I got the warrior up before the queen shows up, but I have a little more time than she has because she can't overdive. Because if she overdives, then I juke into middle. If she dies
Hmm.
too premature, you just go whoop, and then you're tagging middle, you're tagging left, you're getting a quick 1-2 form.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's something that I look for a lot. And that's excluding the fact that speed gates are extremely powerful. That's like without even having that conversation of the fact that like, well, you're denying them access to speeds, which is making them take longer routes to go over to this speed gate, or the fact that like
Right.
speed drones are better able to survive, they're better able to get to gates, and they're more impactful when they get up warrior. So like recovering a speed warrior is, if you have no warriors up, to me, recovering one speed warrior is twice, probably easily twice as impactful as recovering one vanilla warrior. Like I don't think they're
Hmm.
even on the same level of how impactful. Like if you have 2 or 3 warriors up, I think the difference between like getting another speed or getting another vanilla is marginal. But if you don't have
Hmm.
anyone up, a speed warrior is so transformative. But
Right.
speed
That
drones
warrior
also like,
lives.
oh, go ahead.
That warrior like lives. He can get higher quicker and
Yep.
age you better. Yeah.
Yep. And they don't die right away because that's the worst thing. The worst thing is when you successfully like outplay your 2 or 3 or 4 of your opponents to get a warrior
Hmm.
up, and then they die, and then you do it again,
Right.
and then they die, and then you do it again, and then they die, and it happens. I've been that warrior dying over and over and over again, but like it's just such a pyrrhic thing. It's like, okay, we're back to square zero, and their snails moved another 15 seconds. I can only do this 2 more
Hmm.
times before the game ends. Um, so and speed drones, like they get to gates faster, they're more impactful when they get up, but they also like have way more disruptive bump power and
Hmm.
can like deny gates really effectively. Like speed drones are just incredibly, I think, underutilized in that specific regard. Um where like one speed drone could be guarding left and middle gate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd have to send 2 to 3 drones to get up at the same time to beat out one speed drone to
Yeah,
deny
because it's
those
very
gates.
powerful.
So it's like super strong. But you get the warrior up, so none of that matters.
Yeah, I've never thought about it like any of that like that way. I've just been like, I need warrior. Let's go get
Yep,
this
totally.
the ring gates.
Yeah, that's like a nice thing is like teams can give each other time, right? Like we can like because what happens in isolation when teams don't like play as a unit or talk as a unit like that, which is very common. This game's that's the nature of the game. Is the game's really chaotic. Like you have to spend tons and tons of energy getting on the same page as other people. But like it's just as bad to like successfully get a gate for your queen
Mm-hmm.
and then there's no drone there because they're like getting speed as it is to be getting speed drone and then your queen dies trying to get a gate, you know? And it's like no one did the wrong thing. It's just we need to both be doing the same thing. Like
Right.
if we're gonna play a little longer for like the next 10 seconds are resource building. The next 10 seconds are like queen stability, catching a breath, and getting some speed drones up. Like we both all of us need to be agreeing to do that. Because
Mm-hmm.
like if you're at the top of the map tagging speed gates and then your drones are like getting scrubbed down below because they're like, we need a form. We need a form. It's like that's also bad.
Yeah, the cohesion needs to be there.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Okay, and then you recovered the third warrior. Nice. Yeah, huge flip.
Mm-hmm.
They basically took their snail advantage or their military advantage and used it to get like a second speed up. Like now you're all back
Mm-hmm.
up, but they have a 1 speed advantage. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was surprising to me. That was a good kill.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised too.
Oh, they kind of. I feel like never go for this, but one little ricochet. One little ricochet. Oh, that's.
It kills everyone.
That's a very funny moment.
I still see all through. I think they're laughing too.
You know, I think you could see Tyler like almost breathe a sigh of relief, actually.
He says, "Oh my god," or something.
He's like, oh, we all went down. Oh, the queen died. He's like, I don't know what's going on. Why are we all there?
Mhm.
It's so funny. Oh, I thought Daphne was going to get that one.
Mhm.
The Daff attack.
Mhm.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that was tech fun stuff.
Oh, definitely don't go to left gate here.
Mhm.
You already have it tagged. So you're like wasting queen
Yeah,
movement.
I thought the drone was gonna immediately go to it. I think because we had the speed out or skulls near it.
Yeah. But I would have pushed on queen at middle.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's what Abs was looking or Skulls was looking for too, because they're going through the wrap. They're probably expecting me to go
Yeah, that makes sense.
right side. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have pushed on queen at middle. Because you can always, like, if you go towards middle and she doesn't let you phase through her there, like, you can always go back to left. So, like, that's
Mm.
another, like, but, like, once you're at left, you can't really go back up reliably. Like, they're going to lock you down.
Right.
So we want to be able to choose where we go. We want to have options.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This game is intense. So, see now that both queens are on last life. It's good. Some good pincer opportunities. No one's stopping Snail. Nice. Great stuff there from Moose. Oh, a couple good kills from your inside players. This is great. I love this. Nice. Yeah, big wipe. Ooh. Empty gate. Yeah, that was good. Good patient play. Unfortunate, a little slow here. Why are you a little slow? Is she just quick? Oh, you just tag. You take too long to tag. Oh, and then you double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine. So, super minor inefficiency. Looking at like this movement error is not the point, but when we look at this little minor inefficiency, what's notable is like that's the difference between you being at the gate or you not being at the gate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like how important the efficiency between left and right gate is, and like how like the moment she leaves tagging the gate, like that sort of stuff, that micro movement is the difference between whether or not she's getting like a free form here.
Or you're making it in
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah, which goes back to exactly the same thing that I was talking about earlier about like, oh well, like what happens when they stop you from rotating between the side gates? You know, like their queen isn't having to go up by speeds. That whole conversation because
Mhm.
on those two
Because
rotations you weren't there fast enough.
yeah, she just got there.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea. I think it was the wrong time. I definitely want to kill these two drones. Once
Mhm.
it's here, I want to kill those two drones.
Yeah, I'm not as good, or I don't
Yeah.
know exactly where to dive in that kind of situation too much.
Yeah, the big thing is what you look for is it's the same as like a pincer or a stench. You want to be looking for like killing them right after they get bumped. And then you're just diving on them like where they're getting bumped to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
fixed
yeah.
position. Because like you can even see if that's making sense. Then let's take a
Mhm.
look at it again. Because you can
Yeah,
even
because I
see,
do it, if a queen gets bumped and or where it gets bumped, I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I know, I can predict it. Yeah,
but you can like see that it's the same spot like 3 times in a row.
yeah, there, yeah, yeah.
And it
Mhm.
slightly moves left because the second drone manages to get like the second bump. So
Right.
that's the only thing. But that was even better because then you can like peel back. But yeah, you got to be worried too that like your drone isn't going to keep bumping. They choose to like shake it up. So there is a lot of variables to consider. But that's the
Mhm.
main thing you're looking for is like drones share the same like horizontal bump distance.
Yeah.
This is a fun matchup. These are really intense. Have we watched a Dusk? Do you play Dusk?
Uh, I think yes, we play at dusk in this set.
Okay.
We haven't watched at night either.
It's the same column. It's the one you dropped earlier.
Yeah.
I would just move left.
Yeah. Okay. It's happened twice. We're definitely
Yeah.
focusing on that one.
Because like just think about I think it's like a frazzled like thinking catcher or something moment, but like think about if you just moved left and you were right here right now.
Yeah. Then she kind of
Like
flew into a pincer a
she's in
little
a
bit.
bad she's in a terrible position. She's in a pincer. This speed warrior is also in a bad position. So like what they're gonna look for is for the speed warrior to probably go under and rise up, which means if you can execute the move quickly, you get a kill. Or if like they both fall down, then
Mhm.
you've got this like 3 piece that has like a power play on them until Abs arrives. Like that's the kind of situation you're looking to create there.
Mhm.
The death is just that's I don't even think notable. There's a good capitalization on that moment, but I don't think you did anything. Dropped a little below the ledge is all. Not a big deal.
Mhm.
Oh, good shuffle on the right. Oh, good pincers.
Yeah, it does seem to be happening a little bit of dropping that column.
Well, I think there's been two instances recently I noticed uh where it looks to be like a you and Daphne. You two should probably just chat at some point. I think that's what over happens over at left at some point. Yeah. I think it's really after here. So like right no. It's over here. There are two moments where like
Mhm.
one of you needed to stay and neither of you did. Oh, that's one. This is one. You don't really get punished for it, but like you both cap the queen and
Mhm.
then neither of you do. And
Right.
like the queen doesn't go up and then you ceded too much space. And so she does, but like if I was playing right now, I would want my speed warrior to cap this ledge. I tag the speed gate,
Right.
I come back down, the speed warrior goes and does something else.
Right. And that's coordination. It's like
Yeah. And there was an instance similar. I think it was Daphne, but I'm not 100% sure. But there was something similar on the left side of the
mm.
map. This is good positioning. Yeah, I would have gone down and helped. So that this is similar. This is actually really similar to what we were talking about how I liked you not tagging a speed gate. Like
Mhm.
once she does tag a speed gate, I'm like, oh okay, then you don't get forms up. Then I hit this J dive. You want to be looking for that J dive at left gate.
Yeah.
She's all the way over there. She can't stop you.
Yeah, she doesn't get the free. We got the J-Dive on the warrior and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then your speed warrior gets to deny the gate, and then you get to tag it, and then she has to flip the whole map. She's got to tag middle and then right. And that's how she's gonna get people back up. And it's like,
Mhm.
this is all pretty good. Oh, what happens here? Yeah, they're in a pretty good position. Oh, yeah, you saw the glimmer of hope. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, we put you out here.
How did we get in this position? I'm gonna go back. How did we get in this position? Because like here, they get their third warrior up, but you have like the whole map.
Mhm.
What happens? Oh, you're just slow. You're just slower than her.
Mhm.
Like she goes under you, she tags middle, you don't tag left. Now she's tagged 2 gates while you've tagged 1 gate. Yeah, she flips the whole map just off of like a little bit more expedient movement. Oh, and then an unfortunate death.
Yeah, that was an endurance. My fingers were
Yeah,
hurting or
yeah.
tired.
And then because you lost one, you were up 2 gates to 1 gate, right? You lost one
Mhm.
gate because of inefficient pathing, and then you lose the other because of a death. And so now you're on last life with no gates,
Right. And
and then you
that's
lose your
yeah.
last warrior. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This was a good look. I see what you're going for. It makes sense.
We do play a night.
Nice. Yeah, I was like, it's been a lot of day map.
We
I like
were
this
doing
stop
the
on
third
right.
map meeting.
This is good. Oh, you gotta kill skulls
Okay,
here. You
yeah,
gotta get, you
the
gotta
firm
get
on right.
a little hunger in you.
That's
Queen
the
is
one.
sleeping. Look, you're on the right of her. You're on the right of her.
Yeah, night open is something I've been needing to work on more.
Yeah,
And there's so many things that are happening that I'm like, oh, I need one thing. Now we push the snail. And it's like, oh wait,
yeah.
you can prevent the form too.
The important thing to
Mhm.
realize about this position that you're in is like it was just like we were talking about Twilight. Like, what does your formation like? How far does your formation move your snail? Right.
Mhm.
And with you here, you guarantee snail moves to here.
Yes.
It gets to here. That's like 2 seconds of snail movement. It's really important on night map, but like
Yeah.
it's not really as important as a wipe. They're wiped.
True.
You're in lockout. I know it's the open, but you're in lockout. And they're getting 2 speed warriors up out of lockout.
Yeah.
I do like once they use those, you get those speed warriors up. I like that you tag those speed gates there. Oh, they had a third speed. Jesus Christ!
Mhm.
Does this game go long or is it shorter?
I don't remember this game that much.
We'll see what happens. I feel like with that many speed warriors up, it shouldn't get that many speed warriors up and open. Yeah, this is another good example of like that snail's never gonna move for your team.
Mhm.
Well, I guess it will. I guess it will. I guess it will. But
Mhm.
but like if they get up 3 speed warriors, a slow snail's not gonna win this game. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. They just decided to disrupt speeds, go a bunch of speed, and started bullying you all. Mm-hmm. Oh, very close. Tyler was sad. Nice. Jesus. Okay, that's good. Nice. Yeah, good job. Once your drone falls to here, that's when you gotta rotate.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think this one shows like what you're talking about the speeds because I just like tag speeds and then they didn't, and now two of our warriors are speed.
Yep,
I
exactly.
think.
Because it was so hellish that it was like there's sometimes where like as a queen you just go, hey, it's gonna take me a while. Like I'm gonna have to figure out a lot to get vanillas up, and
Mhm.
it can be really advantageous for your teammates to be like, okay, have fun, you figure it out, do some cycles, see if you can pick off a kill. This is
Mhm.
good. Okay, all right. So snail is imminent. They have 2 warriors. You have 3 warriors. Gotta stop it. Crazy stuff, Moose. Okay, yeah, it's definitely an all forces on snail moment. Kind of has been tag right. I know it's crazy, but you let your warrior kill snail, and you stay high.
Mhm.
So like you kill the snail a little too much because like here your
Yeah.
warrior can do it. Well, it's tough. You do it faster. Yeah, but I would have tagged right and let them do that. They should have gotten a warrior up
Yeah.
out of right already.
I definitely know panic mode right now.
Yeah, a lot of panic mode. There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay, they're wiped. They're wiped. So this game
Mhm.
should really you're gonna want to slow the game down. That's like what your team should be looking for here. Is slowing the game down. Like they're down to 1 warrior. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, good bump there. I like all of this. Slowing the game down. Now you got 3 warriors, and you've got a
Mhm.
good configuration to move snail. Yeah, your team goes down. Unfortunate. Yeah. Right now they're just outmaneuvering on the snail space. That's a good bump. Somebody up? Yeah. Oh, I think Checkers accidentally jumps here. Yeah, do you see that?
Mhm.
Your blue Checkers jumps
Oh, really?
jumps off the drone.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, do you see
yeah.
that? She shoots up.
Yeah. Otherwise, they would have went like down and kept going.
Yeah, it's a quick button tap like right as the snail comes in. Very unfortunate. Oh, huge stuff for your team. Yeah, this is another good example of like, do not go down like your warrior's down there. You're the insurance policy. That's double kill. That's baiting a double kill. That ends the game.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you had stayed high, like imagine if you J dived abs, how powerful for your team that would have been.
It would have went around and then yeah.
Because now at your Moose responds is like, oh, like I've gotta create my own height, and then loses the battle. Like you could have been in a situation where that wasn't the situation. It's tough because it's like you're scraping for inches here. But yeah, for the most part, that game there's like some minor things we don't remember, but for the most part, that game I feel like was they got up so much speed early. You all didn't do anything with like the early lockout opportunity, so they were able to recover, and then they just moved a heavy snail once you all were down.
Yeah.
Do. Bumps at middle. Oh. Yep. Perfect. Exactly how you should have opened.
Speed, though.
What?
I think I should have went speed afterwards instead of left gate though, because they get bumped out.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. You already have a speed warrior? Yeah. Yeah, I probably honestly in this situation, because you moved so much more efficiently, I'd probably tag left speed or left gate. I probably tag left gate and I go through the wrap. That's what I do. And I create a 2-to-1 gate advantage real early. Because if you create that advantage, like your drone is going to be able to get up, but their drone has a much harder time getting up, even if they get up speed first.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean.
That's what I would have done. You could trade a side gate for a speed gate there, but I feel like an early game, early gate advantages are so important. Oh, monster kill, that's nice.
Daphne.
Yeah, this is good. You're in a good position. Oh, everybody dies. Oh, another good example of if you stick. Yeah, you gotta work on this. There you go. See? Yeah, this specific situation, I feel like Speed Warriors fly over Queen's Head on the Duskwrap all the time, and being able to hit a stick there is so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're just bullying you a little bit because you're the speed at which you get to the ceiling is a little too slow. And the stick is the fastest way to get your head on a ceiling. A great J dive. Nice jukes. All right. Those are some good moves. Feels good.
Yeah, this dust map, I felt they were definitely like on my head constantly.
Yeah, I mean they have better warrior up times. Is my suspicion. It's also like they moved snail. It's not just the warrior up time because like you've had warriors up a lot, but you have to have at least one. Like now you have 3 warriors all in the snail space, right? So like when you go to tag gates, and they should be there, but when you go to tag gates, like you're not gonna feel like you've got a ton of space. Oh, great, they mop everybody up. You're not gonna feel like you have a ton of space if your warriors are all in one location, even doing the correct thing, doing something important. But like that thing that they're doing is not giving you airspace, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're just a little inefficient on some pathing stuff. This game more than others. Oh. Krabs is. Is that Victor?
Yeah.
Been gunning for you this dusk map. I love this. I think Victor really likes this like nub space. Ah, good, good, good. This is great. You used your opponent's aggression against them. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill the snail. That's good. I think back over to the right side. Oh, this is the clip.
Yeah.
This is the clip.
I definitely wanted to try to go back over the right side, but
You can J
Drone
dive the bevel.
yeah.
You're nuts. It's still going. It's still. I remember that. I remember thinking Richard plays this section so phenomenally. Like
We're
like
on fire this entire tournament.
from like this point on, maybe even sooner. Oh yeah, Richard starts triangling you here, pincers you into the triangle, facilitates the triangle, holds it on the other side of the map, holds it at 2 different choke points, walks you all the way down, holds it here, still holding it, gets bumped, still holds it, still holding. What? And then what? And then Richard just tosses up the most casual, like, oh, okay, hand gesture. And I'm just like, dude, if I put on a blinder like that and died like that, I would be so upset. I would be so upset.
He said he got mentally broken later on. And then that guy. That guy like that.
That's funny. Yeah, that was a good kill. Good kill. Oh, push through the wrap. You get this kill, push on the wrap.
Yeah.
You're flying towards gates you already have tagged. Anytime we fly from a gate we have tagged to another gate we have tagged, and we're like, if we're not moving towards the enemy queen, we're giving her free gates.
Yes.
She's sitting there thinking, oh, thank God they flew that way. I get this gate for free. This is all good. Yeah. Like, that's the only reason they get that warrior up. You lost a gate because you pushed the other way. Nice. I would wrap again. Tag left. I know the queen's like right there, but she's done.
Middle, middle's not likely to get out, especially with this nail right there.
Yeah, something that like might happen too that would be really exciting. Like if you're tagging right here, if that's where you're going, she can get locked down at middle gate a lot, right? Like if you're one of your warriors makes it over to this choke point and holds her down there, then you've got her in like this quadrant, right? And then you're tagging this gate, you're tagging right gate, you're tagging right speed for free, and then you're coming over to middle, and she's locked down and has no other gates. Yeah, it kind of happens. She gets to move a little bit, but like if you had been
on the right already
right here,
yeah, that was really strong.
Oh, nice. Okay, game ends. Good kill. The Warriors
gotta go back.
There is
go back today.
Hunting going on.
Oh. Yeah, I said I was gonna try to cross as a
Oh, you didn't like preemptively on purpose? Oh yeah, you just crossed too soon.
Okay. I'm trying to learn like more crossing kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is like I think you're being a little too dogmatic about it because it's not like if you choose right, like you preemptively choose, you got to be willing to pivot, and she screws up her opener. Like if you just hold right, you win middle gate for free. Or like if you had gone here and then crossed, like if you were diving this angle, that's also a free cross.
Yeah.
But you were like you know what it is you're focused on tagging the gate. You're thinking you have to tag the gate. That's what I think it is. Is that what you think it is?
Probably.
So something that's always important to remember if you choose to cross is you're never going to have middle gate.
Yeah, so you don't, why would you?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So getting ahead of the gate, diving, like if she's slow like this, I love this dive angle. But because you do that, you're open up for that stuff. But you could have J-dived this ledge
Right.
and been super safe. That would have busted it open. That's all it was. Yeah, I don't mind
Awesome.
the dive under at all. Good kill. Okay, let's see. The right speed gate. This is good. Drop tag. Rise back up. Hey. That was fun. Okay, you're down to your last warrior. Yeah, I would secure your warriors out here a little bit. Like, hesitate at right gate for a blip. And make sure they're leaving. Unfortunate. Okay, you get the kill. It's good. Yeah, I feel like they started diagnosing that, like, they just needed to get speed warriors up and start throwing them at stuff.
Mm. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Richard kills all 4 of us here.
Oh, yeah, I saw this clip.
Mm.
Very good. Interesting. Nice. Love that pickup at middle. You guard the right choke point. Get another one up. Yeah, this is good. Your recovery's quite good. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's the most practiced thing.
Yeah, recovery is such a funny queen skill because it's like ideally you'll never be in that circumstance. But the reality of the game
Right,
is that if you can't do well in that circumstance, you just can't win tournaments.
right. Because you get wiped, and then it's like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, if your opponent is able to diagnose that like wiping your team means the game ends, like suddenly the game transforms. Like they could just go full mill and overpower your team with additional numbers, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't even have to be better.
Oh.
Because it's like, oh, your snail was almost in. Well, we wiped your team one time, and so the game ended.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I do think people dive under me or like warriors go under me too much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dive punishes are hard. We could probably talk about that, I feel like, especially on a cab, about like there's some like best practices about like diving through your opponent, not on your opponent, and like how to think about
Mm-hmm.
columns a little bit and like never go backwards. That was great. Stuff like that. Because like I'll go low a lot of times and like people will be like, "Oh, wasn't that scary?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Well, there's a speed warrior," and I was like, and it's not even like it's not ego. It's just like the way that you execute dive punishes is not like if you're executing them properly, you're not like super at risk. It's not like a dangerous thing to do, even if you do go like a little low,
Right.
because you're just holding. It's funny because it's just columns. Everything's always just columns. You're just holding your column. You're like as long as
Mm-hmm.
you're still to the left of your opponent, diving down on them isn't scary because you're moving leftwards or right, whichever
Makes
side
sense.
that you were originally on. What? Oh no! Is that it?
That's how. Yeah, that's how
Is
I
that how
ended.
you lose the tournament
Yeah. Yeah.
off tech? Is because you missed your lazy J?
No, I really got boned.
You missed the lazy J. That's why you get bumped.
Yeah. I didn't think.
You should be on the ceiling right here,
Mhm.
and then you can't get bumped. You miss the tech, and then you double back, and then you get
Oh,
bumped.
then I go back. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. Rip.
that's unfortunate.
Mm.
Well, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think I was gonna tag the gate, Alice. I
what?
think 'cause Alice said in the chat that I was aiming to tag the gate, and I don't think in my head I was tagging the gate because if you wanna, if I can get there before the queen, then the
Oh,
queen can't ever get it, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's
Hmm.
hard to say.
Hmm. Yeah, so those are the two, I think, the most competitive sets for sure.
Yeah, those are really good. I feel like this was a good review. Did you
Hmm.
find it
Hmm.
useful? Did you learn some things?
Oh yeah, 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 100%.
Yeah.
Die Finish is very big. Uh, talked about Meat, which I liked because I've been thinking about. I can't say that. I've been thinking about Twilight.
Yeah.
um, best to do that. The night door open, definitely. Um, yeah, and I didn't even think about the whole Speedgate recovery thing. Because I definitely know I've seen people tag it, and I was like, isn't that just a waste of time? Because you're not getting the warriors out of that. But then you explained it, I was like, okay, no, you're getting speedruns are strong, and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
Cool.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it was also stuff that everyone's always working on that we touched on a lot was just like some tech things here and here, some inefficiencies here and there on like pathing and movement
Mhm. Mhm.
stuff. Like there's like I would say it's a lot less decision and it's a lot more execution. Like just like every now and then you would just land on a ledge or something like that, but that's everyone starts off landing on every ledge they see and then we get really good at barely interacting with them.
Mhm.
So definitely work on that. Definitely work on tech. And then I think we figured out some good strategical shifts. But for the most part, I felt like you were making like it's almost funny because like I felt like I was being like very granular and at times like borderline nitpicky because I was just like, oh, like you're playing very solid. Like
Mhm.
you're in the correct places. Like you were very rarely like screwing around half a map away from like the most important thing. And so
Yeah.
which is also
Mhm.
good because if the whole review was like, "Don't be here, be here," not
Mhm.
um,
Yeah,
but
I've been very focused on the learning in right places and that kind of stuff for sure.
yeah. So yeah, I think you have like great bones and like structure to your play that can easily get improved and build off of. One of the ways that I phrase this sometimes is you're currently playing in very scalable ways. You know, like sometimes
Mhm.
you can look at someone and be like, oh yeah, that player has an incredibly high potential because they're like
Mhm.
doing things correctly, and maybe at times they're doing things correctly subparly, or they're doing things correctly poorly, but they're doing the right things. They've got the right ideas. They understand how the game works. Um,
Mhm.
and so I feel like when I watch you play, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of potential here. You have a lot of room to grow. Um,
Mhm.
so
I like to hear that.
so I hope
Uh,
this was useful, and we can feel free to
mhm.
talk more. I figure at some point
Mhm.
we'll
Yeah.
probably each rewatch this stream and be like, what did we actually say? um,
100%. Yeah. I
and
like
then
write down stuff to like remember, but then like yeah.
yeah, and plus it was
Mhm.
my first time taking a look at the games, and so sometimes I feel like I'll get done reviewing something and I'll talk about something and be like, "Oh, I think XYZ." And then later I'll be like, "No, no, it's actually this. Like this is what was going on. Like I think these two things are actually the same thing or this one thing was two separate things or something like that."
Yeah. It's like the next level of the idea or something.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be yeah, we can figure that out. Okay, cool. But
Cool.
this was fun. I hope everyone
Yeah.
liked watching. We had 9 viewers right now, so thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And I will catch you next time. See you on Discord.
All right. Thank you.